There are some people who just have that ability to be able to just write hooks effortlessly. Now, these people really should be treasured because they make soundtracks to people's lives, things that we can repeat and fully feel. And I feel like you got that ability, man. I'm not gonna lie. What's going on, man? It's your boy Poet Q back with another fucking video, man. Today we're doing another exclusive review for my guy. But before we get started, there's a couple things that I want to say. If you don't know me, first and foremost, my name is Poet Q. I do music reviews. I do competitions on Fridays. I do mental health awareness. I try to get artists to link together, man. I'm doing it all. I'm trying to create a little underground network for artists, for individuals who are all trying to succeed within the music industry. Now, I want to take the time out to say something before we get into the review because I feel like I have to. It's a part of me that has to say this. If you don't know who K4 is, man, he's an upcoming artist, but I want to speak a little bit more to him than I usually would about artists that I usually do exclusive reviews for. This is a little bit more personal for me. One, not only is this artist in my city currently, in my city, you know what I'm saying, in the city that we you know what I'm saying, you already know what it's like out here. He's from a small town that my family also comes from that most people don't know about. And to make it out, it's a hassle, man. Like it's hard for people to make it out of Bainbridge, Georgia. One of the smallest cities, and everybody knows everybody. It's real closely knitted. So to see an artist come from there and make it here and still try to reach new heights, new goals, I have to salute that. I want to be a part of that. It wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be me if I wasn't trying to be a part of that. So with that being said, I'm gonna take my time with this one, man. I'm gonna really take my time, and I'm gonna try to give us as much knowledge as possible, as much love as possible, enough praise, as much praise as possible, because it's definitely important. But with that being said, man, let's get to it. So y'all know me, man. Y'all know I like to start off with the album title, the cover art, and the duration of the project. So with that being said, let's get into my dog's project. YungLoe K4, man. So his project title is If You Ask YungLoe, Be Yourself. So just starting into that, the first thing I probably would do is I would probably change the name if I'm an artist, if I'm going by that logic. I don't think you need If You Ask YungLoe. I think you should just name this project Be Yourself. If I'm being honest, I think that it makes it harder for people to talk about the project when it's a longer title, unless you're a more known artist. I think keeping it small kind of keeps the algorithms there. I don't have any facts to back that up, but that's just my own personal belief. I think the cover art is pretty solid. I think that it's nothing super crazy. I think that it's right in that realm of cool. The project is 9 songs long. It's 23 minutes and 38 seconds. It's not very long at all. A rather short project, honestly. I would probably try to move towards the EP just because when you're up and coming, you don't want to not necessarily waste track spacing or put out a bunch of music that kind of sounds the same. But EPs always are better because it allows you to put out a small fragment of music and work on them individually in order to gain that popularity as you go along. But with that being said, man, let's kind of start getting to the project. So for the first song, we have Waste No Time. And from the intro, I kind of gathered like some of my thoughts, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be something that carried all the way through. But so with Waste No Time, I realized that as an artist, you can write hooks. And it's important to be able to write hooks, and people don't realize this because a lot of artists are good at writing verses, but then, you know what I'm saying, it's hard for them to keep it all together with their hooks, with the choruses. And people struggle with that, and that's something that you don't struggle with. I learned with Waste No Time that, you know what I'm saying, you can put together a good one. I'm going to play a little bit of it just to kind of give a sample.
A few moments later.
We can't waste no time. We live in the night. Say this be the night. We can't waste no time. This be a vibe. You gotta get right. We can't waste no time.
All right, so you kind of get an idea of what it is that I'm saying, as far as the chorus goes and being able to put it together. It wasn't anything super crazy, but it's something that, the mind can remember and, catch a vibe to. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing that's off track. I don't think that getting off track was something, or losing the beat was something that was struggled with throughout the entirety of the project. I think that actually it was pretty solid throughout the entirety of the project. A lot of auto-tune used, but that's nothing too bad. The next track was Lit Back. Actually, I really fuck with this song. This is one of the songs that I like. So with this song, I think that minute 36 is kind of short, but I think for what was done in it, I think that it packed a lot. I mean, you still fit a chorus in there, and you were able to kind of just, talk your shit a little bit. So Lit Back was definitely a standout track to me. Then you have Pray For, with you and my guy Pistol P. So, all right, so my thoughts on this song is I actually think that it's a pretty solid song. The only thing that I would change is and it's not so much as that there's anything wrong with the song, because I think that your energy was phenomenal. I think it's one of the big things that that should get a lot of praise, is the fact that you have this energy that kind of just, it exudes on tracks. You feel it. It's like, I understand what it is that you're putting out, and I'm catching that vibe. My only gripe with this song is that I feel like your energy and the feature energy, like, it's a duality. Like, your energy is hype and his is kind of just chill. But I would have liked for his energy to kind of match yours. I'm not mad with the song because I think that it still went well. I just think that it would have been it would have took it a step further had there been a match of energy, because I think that it would have turned the song into maybe something a little bit different. But outside of that, I think that it's fine. I think that the auto-tune was just a little bit weird, because I think his might have sounded just a little bit deeper than yours, but that might just be because of the voice difference. But that probably was like my only other gripe with the song. But outside of that, I think it was a solid song. But then we get into, honestly, one of my favorite, well, I'm not gonna say one of my favorite song off of this project. And I think that if I was to roll this out, I would definitely have used this as a rollout song, just because I feel like not only is it a freestyle, but this shit hard. The production is hard. The bars is hard. Like, this. I'm gonna play a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play the beat and I'm gonna play some of the verse. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. I ain't gonna lie. This made me wanna rap. I was like, ooh, I need part 2 of this. Huh? So I'm hearing this and like, okay, we might have one. I ain't gonna lie. So with this in mind, I'm gonna fast forward just so y'all can kind of get a grip of what it is that's going on. Well, actually, I'm gonna let the beat drop. Y'all need to hear this beat drop. This shit is, oh my gosh. The song is only 2 minutes and 28 seconds, and we have 42 seconds. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Stop playing with that man.
I know some people that ain't my blood, but they show love like they my blood. I don't care if you white or black, you fail. Low to me, I don't care about lean. Me and my dog like Miss and Pete. One of us done bad, we gon' show love. I swear my loyalty. We can make something happen out the hood. All I can do is home when people choose to do me wrong. Trying to find a way to put my pain and rhymes up in the song. See out the dome, getting it going, bringing it home. If you do wrong, try to get right.
I'm about to play the whole song and shit. That's how much of a vibe it is to me personally, man. I'm listening to this shit and I'm like, damn, my dog really sliding. He really out here talking his shit. So to me, I feel like this is one of them ones that you really should have put a video to and really should have promoted it a lot harder, just so people can kind of get a sample of what it is that you're doing and who you are as a person. And I feel like we could try to re-roll this thing out, really repackage this thing. So we go from that song number 4, Soul Cry Freestyle, to song number 5, If You Know, You Know what I'm saying?
1, 2, 3.
And I'm not gonna play it. I just want to say that something that I'm gonna wait till the end. Number 5 was a really cool track, but this is when for me a lot of it became more so like what Put Down and Feeling Me. I felt like the beat was different, but a lot of similarities had to do with cadence. I think that a lot of the flow is kind of similar throughout not the entirety of it, but just on certain songs, especially in the bottom half of it with Put Down, Feeling Me, and even the outro Takeoff. I still feel like that had a little bit of the same cadence as well. And I think that it's important to, like, as an artist, to be able to have that diversity, just because you don't want people to feel like, there's an abundance of songs that all sound similar or have that same kind of flow. Kind of like the Baby, like you hear a bunch of his songs and they're different beats, but like in total it all kind of sounds similar. And that's something that as an artist you want to stray away from, because it makes people not really want to fuck with you, because they're going to expect every single that you put out or every project you put out to sound the same, and you don't want that. That's a bad stigma to have on you. But what I will say is there is another standout amongst the end of this project, and if you don't know what it is Asking Myself. So I'm gonna play a little bit of this, right? Starting with the let me pause this. Starting with the pianos, this is already different from majority of the project, outside of maybe Soul Cry and Pray For. Just because it has a different tempo, and I feel like that's important, because you showed flares of I can be diverse with my delivery, I can be diverse with my production, and that showed me something. So let me play it. I said pray it.
You have to understand how things are up here.
Yes, sir.
Hey, why the
Asking myself, should I slide for all of them times they was by my side, was telling me lies, or they had to lie to me? Yeah. If I'm keeping it real, I thought you was done for me. Yeah. I really...
Stop. Okay. That's what's crazy, right? Like, I'm hearing throughout the project you can sing, bro, but I really feel like there's more to this for sure. Like, you got the chorus down packed. These are choruses that people can sing, bro. Like, this is not even just some street shit that I feel like, oh, only street niggas are really sing this, really feel this. I feel like this is some shit in general that, like, in your heart you can feel it. And I feel like you being able to pen this lets me know, like, you have a mind of an artist that can write music, and not just write music to write it, but write something well. So for me, I feel like Asking Myself is a great sample of just the artistry that's there inside. I'm not gonna play the whole song, but to me that was important. Just the ability to show me that you have diversity. And I'm gonna explain all my general thoughts here in a second, but I just wanted to take the time out and say that this is, for it to be, I want to say, I think your first project, I really think that this is a dope project. And if it's not your first project, it's still a dope project in general. I think that it shows a lot of promise in you as an artist, and I think that there's a lot of growth, obviously, just over certain things. But outside of that, I think that this project is, I mean, what, like 5 songs that I'm fucking with out of 9? I think that that's solid, especially for an underground artist. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to make a project, to me, where there's no skips in general. But with that being said, let's head into the next part of this video, man. Alright, so this is the part of the video where I kind of tell you things that I like about what's going on and things that I feel like that can be worked on. To start off with the good things, I really feel like you have the ability to pin good hooks. I think that your ability to transition in songs is really dope as well. I think that another thing is that you have an ability to sing, and not just like in a way that I feel like, obviously like the Mariah Careys and vocalists like that and Beyonce's and shit. I think that when I say that you have the ability to sing, I mean in that same sense of like, kind of like Chance. I'm not looking at Chance to, you know what I'm saying, fucking sing a cappella the fucking national anthem at a fucking basketball game, you know what I'm saying, or no shit like that. What I'm saying is, I think that you have the tone to carry out a song that, you know what I'm saying, people can really just flow with, can feel it. And I think that you should exploit that a lot more. I think that you should take advantage of that, because I think that it's something that not a lot of artists have. They don't have that ability. And I think that with that, you should take that and grow with it. And I'm not saying put a whole R&B project out or no shit like that, but I'm saying you should definitely look more into doing more vocal stuff. Because from songs like Asking Myself, like just hearing it, that means like it's letting me know that you have that in your arsenal, in your bag, and I want to hear more of it. As a fan, I want to hear more of it. But not only that, I think that your ear for production is also something that's really dope. A lot of trap beats, but I think that when you step outside of that and you start doing more diverse sounds, you find that like your artistry is a lot bigger than I think that you realize. Not only that though, but for me, I kind of want to get into the polish your game section of this, just because I feel like it's not anything bad. I think that you have a lot of things that I feel like as an artist, you can work on. So, just my tidbit real quick on what I think like you could do differently with the project. I would cut this project down in size for sure. I would leave Waste No Time. I would have Lit Back. I would keep Prayful. I would keep Soul Cry. I would keep If You Know You Know. I would take off Put Down, Feeling Me, and Take Off. I think that Asking Myself as an outro would be crazy. I think that would have really, you know what I'm saying, set the end of the project off. And if you really want to slim it down more, you can take off If You Know You Know. But I think Waste No Time, Lit Back, Pray For, and Soul Cry, and Asking Myself really would have changed the complete dynamic of the project. It would have changed the whole sound. I think as far as polishing goes, I would have liked to see a couple more features. I think it's cool that you had one, but I think that I want to see more features out of you. I think, obviously, I'm going to tell every artist, I think that, obviously there's going to always be room to work on the pen game. I think that you have an ability to write choruses, but I think that you got to work a little bit more on the verses, just because I want not only to have something memorable within the chorus, but I also want to be able to, you know what I'm saying, hit them punchlines. And I think that you have the flow. The flow is there. I'm never going to take that away from you. You have the flow. The flow is consistent. You were never off beat to me. I think that it's more important that you pack a punch in there. You know what I'm saying? Have some shit that makes people want to replay it, because replay value is everything in music. So that was another one of my things. But outside of that, and cutting it down, I don't really think that I had any real issues inside of this, with the project. I think it's a really solid project, man. But outside of those polishing those things, I think that you got a good project on your hands, and I'm excited to hear more. As a fan, I think that you're a really dope artist, man. You're a real cool dude, real stand-up guy, and I want to hear more from you. So if there's anything that I can do to support you in any way, make sure to let me know, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to do everything I can. I want to see you hit that dream of being that artist that you envision for yourself. And if there's anything that I can do to help put you in that position, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. If you're a producer, I got one slot left for the producer competition that's going on, man. It's going to be complete fucking madness. Also, if you're an artist and you want to, you know what I'm saying, collab with other artists, work with producers and so on and so forth, make sure to reach out to me on Twitter, Instagram, doesn't matter. I'll shoot you a DM, a link to the Discord, where I have a bunch of people who are really trying to network and really want to work with each other. And if you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, sub to the channel, man. Every sub matters. You guys matter to me, most definitely. And if you've heard the project already, drop your favorite song in the comments, man. Let me know what you think of the project. I think that it's important that, we start listening to each other's music and supporting each other. But with that being said, I don't really have too much else for you guys. I hope to see you next time, man. Peace.
They told me don't aim too high. Seeing is believing. I'm a dreamer, dreaming of what I wanna be. They told me don't